Hello. If I could just invite my panelists up here. Dr. Sophia Jung from Haidu, Andre Swanepoel from CNBM, and Victor Shah from Galencia. So, good day, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I know it is the graveyard session, so I'll try and keep you all awake. Thank you very much to APR for inviting us here. This is the first time they'll be having a China-centric session, and we're very grateful to be here. I think China is very important in the African continent. And when it comes to property development and construction, they certainly are building a lot in Africa. So maybe just to introduce you, I know you did hear their names, but this is Dr. Sophia Jung from Haidu Consulting, Andre Swanepoel from CNBM, which is China National Building Materials, and Victor Shah from Galencia. I'll give you a bit of background, maybe first about myself. I'm with a company called HLB, and they are a global accounting firm. In South Africa, we HLB CBS, and I head up their China desk. I've been working with Chinese companies for close on 20 years, and I would say almost every Chinese company in this country we've worked with, we've either registered them, we've done tax work for them, we've done accounting work, and we've done some incredible transactions over time. The Chinese investment in Africa is very interesting, and obviously I've been involved in it for many years. And I think about 16 or 17 years ago, I probably sat on the stage opposite here at the mining indaba, and all we spoke about were mining companies that were investing in Africa. It was the big thing. Everything was mining. And then a lot of companies came into Africa, and they didn't quite make it. And all the clients we registered went back to China. And we were like, hey, what's going on here? And then a few years later, all those companies came back, and they phoned me up again and said, Lauren, we're back. And the trend has gone up and down. But I would honestly say that for the last 4 years, the investment in Africa, the companies that we are seeing, it's just being a steady flow, and it's just getting stronger and stronger. I think it was like there was a lot of teething problems, but I really think that there's real momentum now. If I think back, probably 14 years ago, I registered Chery in this country. They could not sell a vehicle. They packed up and they went away. Now I get on the road, and every single day you look out and you go, what is that beautiful vehicle? Oh my word, it's a Chery. Or, oh my word, that's Haval. You see now BYD, which is beyond your dreams. They are bringing in cars that are just, they're taking over the market. So as I say, I think China has really now gained momentum. Which brings me back to why I joined HLB. HLB is a global accounting firm, and what I loved about them the most was that they have a very, very strong footprint in China, which is really important. So HLB has, they're in over 100 countries across the continent. They employ over 51,000 people, and just in China alone, they have 45 massive offices. So for me, that's really important when I'm dealing with Chinese clients, because Chinese companies need the comfort. They need to know that we have offices in Beijing, in Shanghai. They need to know, they like to know, I should say, that there is somebody in near their head office, so that the support they're getting is reliable. If there's a problem, they can deal with them in any of the provinces in China. So that was one of the reasons I joined HLB, who are number 8 in the world as an accounting firm, and quite recently into South Africa, but growing steadily. Just a little bit about our panelists, okay? So I'll tell you an interesting story. Dr. Sophia Jung, okay, and I go back a long time. Okay, we did our very first transaction, funny enough, in the city of Cape Town, probably 12 years ago. There was a very, very wealthy gentleman in China who's probably number 6 or 7 of the wealthiest men in China. And he decided he wanted a wine farm. This is many years ago. He didn't come here. He sent Sophia to look for a wine farm for him. Sophia managed to somehow get hold of me, and the two of us started working a transaction. We found this gentleman the most magnificent wine farm in Cape Town. I won't mention names. But so the journey began of doing that transaction. And I have to tell you, it was probably 1.5 years of the hardest time of my life. I had a farmer who was an Afrikaans farmer who hardly spoke English, and I had Sophia and her team who could hardly speak English at the time. And we tried to do this transaction for over 1.5 years. But eventually, we did the transaction. And the Afrikaans farmer, funny enough, went across to China with me. And we had the most incredible visit after the transaction was closed. And it was the most incredible thing because Mr. Pan, who bought the farm, and Kobus, who sold the farm, who couldn't understand one word, they sat down for a dinner and they drank a full bottle of Baijiu, which is Chinese wine. And let me tell you, after that, they understood each other perfectly. They were chatting. They became the best of friends, okay? So it was a wonderful thing. So that's how far back Sophia and I go. We've since then recently closed a transaction where we put together a consortium that spent 3 years on a tender, and they've won the tender, and the tender now is worth 180 billion. So we have done some amazing work, and it's a privilege to have Dr. Jung with us in South Africa again today, so welcome. The three Chinese companies that I've asked to join us today were strategically picked, and I'd like to just, I'd like to hand over and let them, first of all, just introduce themselves and their companies, which each one of them is really an incredible, incredible company. They've got a video, they've got a presentation and a video that they would like to share with everyone. And then we can have a discussion and talk more about the property market, the renewable energy, and what sort of partnerships and investments we're looking at the moment with this particular team. Thank you. If we can move on to the Galencia presentation, Victor Shao will share that with you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Victor. I'm the Sales and Marketing Director for Galencia Property. I've been in this company for almost 20 years, and I'm very proud of it. So Galencia Property is a reputable international enterprise with strategically focus in residential development, construction, property sales, and agriculture. Founded in Johannesburg at the invitation of the South African Ministry of Trade and Industry, in partnership with the Johannesburg Development Agency, Galencia has established a solid track record of delivering high quality and sustainable developments in South Africa. And then With the commitment to long-term value creation, Galencia offers strong investment fundamentals, disciplined project execution, and a consistent focus on residential market growth. The company's integrated approach ensures financial stability, operational efficiency, and alignment with the evolving demands of modern living, making us a trusted partner for major banks, local and international investors, as well as property professionals. Galencia has maintained a strong presence in South Africa for over 2 decades. In total, we have built 25 projects with over 7,000 homes, delivering a portfolio of successful residential developments across the key growth nodes, including Midrand, Blue Hill, Fourways in Johannesburg, as well as the upcoming projects in Pretoria East and Cape Town. Over the past decade, Galencia has been recognized as one of Johannesburg's most popular residential developers, reflecting consistent consumer trust and market share. Internationally, our commitment to quality and excellence has also been acknowledged, with awards for Best Real Estate Development and Best Residential Development presented by the leading UK-based real estate appraisal agency. So our developments are very distinguished by the innovative layouts, modern interior finish, and generously landscaped green spaces, elements that continue to resonate strongly with our first-time home buyer as well as the investors. So first is our beautiful landscape. Since entering South Africa, Galencia has purchased over 28 hectares of farmland in the suburb of Midrand, Johannesburg, and systematically began cultivating green plants and saplings. We mainly focus on adaptable and valuable species such as Duranta, Rose, Ficus, Vibrant, and Eugenia. Today, the farm has already become one of the largest private nurseries in Johannesburg, with over 300,000 plant resources and supplying all Galencia projects with a steady stream of high-quality greeneries. This forward integrated greener strategy allows Galencia to implement large-scale, highly standard landscaping at the early stage of project development, effectively shortening construction cycles and improving overall delivery quality. As these plants grow year by year, their ecologic and aesthetic value continues to increase, further enhancing both the environmental quality of the community and the market value of the properties. So here's a video of our farm, how they look like. It's a beautiful farm, huh? And I wish that you can also just, when you arrive in Joburg, please pay a visit to our farm. You're going to be even shocked when you're on site there. It's huge. And Galencia has always adhered to ecology first, meticulously crafting each of its property into green spaces where nature and art merge together. Stepping into a Galencia residential area feels like entering an ecological park. Every tree and flower is carefully conceptualized and planted by our experienced landscaper, reflecting the ultimate pursuit of a high-quality lifestyle. And then Glance's landscape system is not just an expression of spatial aesthetics. It is also an extension of asset value, becoming a key factor in attracting investors and homeowners. We firmly believe that a truly vibrant community is not only about the buildings, but also about the harmonious coexistence between people and nature. So the second part about Glancia that makes us unique is about our modern design and top-notch internal finishing. Glance's facade design is highly recognizable in the market. Distinctive features such as black roof tile, Roman column, white cornice, the beige exterior paint has been constantly used, becoming standard elements across all Glancia projects. These signature design choices enable customers to instantly identify the building, laying a strong foundation for the company's brand identity and reputation. And then our internal finishing system integrates the advantage of a global supply chain with strict control over material selection and design style, embodying a perfect blend of modern looking with good quality. As a result, Glance's interior finishing are not only highly favored by customers, but we have also set a new benchmark for the high quality living in the industry. Here's a video for one of our show units. The third one, which is also very important for our company, is that our international background. Glancia Property actually is a private company founded by Mr. Su Chen, who is also the chairman of Huaqiao Phoenix Group. As a large multinational group, Huaqiao Phoenix has 6 major industry chains, including agriculture, manufacturing, commerce, finance, real estate, and import-export trade. Benefited from the strong background and global resource platform, Glancia has successfully developed numerous high-quality residential projects, both in China and abroad, earning widespread recognition. I'm going to also play a video for our Chinese project, which is recently built and sold. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Our company slogan is good people, and good business is good business. That's why I'm here at API, and I really hope that I can also meet more good business with good people. Thank you.
This is working now.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you very much. And also, congratulations to Galencia on the growth that they've had over the last 20 years. And mostly, what I really love is the attention that you've given to the greenery. That is just superb, and I really congratulate you for looking after the environment as much as possible.
Thanks, thanks.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Andre from CMBN. Thanks again for the opportunity. And let's rock and roll on this video thing. Our company that raised and born in China. Our head office started in Beijing and Shenzhen. We are to show you our growth in Africa, global strength, local presence, proven returns, end-to-end solutions, and market fit. The next step is to show you where our strength is in Africa. Just this thing goes slow. We're part of the Fortune 500 CMBN group. We're the world's largest building material conglomerate, and therefore we've been there for 15 years growth, and with 43.51 billion in revenue and 200,000 employees over the world, we offer unparalleled finance strength and reliability for Africa projects. We are state-owned banking. This ensures stability and long-term commitment to every project, raising African stakeholders. Therefore, we can offer stability through that. A diverse profile. We got 13 listed spanning of cement, glass, and renewable materials. This diverse profile also allows CMB to deliver comprehensive solutions from material supply integrated projects across Africa. 6 world-leading products. As a global market leadership, CMB holds the #1 position in the 6 key product lines, including cement, fiberglass, and commercial concrete. This leadership position ensures a reliable and high-quality supply chain of Africa products. Integrated solutions with leadership in material like gypsum board and competitive materials, CMB will provide an end-to-end solution for construction and renewable energy projects, ensuring seamless integration and efficiency. Our local presence, we have key branches in Cape Town, Joburg, Kagibenga, Durban, Bloemfontein, and Nelspruit. This ensures local support and rapid response. We offer pre-sale support, after-sale services, and centers of each branch, ensuring long-term support and maintenance, guarantee longevity and performance of installations of systems. Region experience, that means depth of knowledge, regional requirements, market conditions, therefore strengthen our strength with local and support in areas. These are just some of our branches. Cape Town top left, we got Joburg bottom left, we got Durban, then also Bloemfontein, and then the old PE, if you know it. Our strength, our core business now in South Africa, we deliver end-to-end commercial solar power systems. Our HVAC backup solutions ensure unsustainable climate control for critical facilities, hospitals and such. Our energy storage systems is hybrid systems. We provide power for day and night. We also supply premium solar panel inverters and components of high quality, therefore in the special commercial industry. Our annual solar panel sales is 250 megawatt recently on a daily scale. Profit returns, a rapid payback on grid. Our grid tie systems offers a full ORI within 2 to 3 years, offering a quick return on investment. This rapid payback, the project enhance asset value, financial stability. CMBN solutions provide financial stability and protection against rising energy costs in South Africa and Africa. This is just a showcase of one of Hisense locally. We did a full system design for Hisense in Cape Town, the project overview. We did this within less than over a month, zero downtime. The showcase shows that CMB engineering speeds and quality we offer to the client. Immediate saving. Hisense project immediately reduced energy cost. A proven ROI, like we promised, within the 3 years payback. Therefore, CMBN promised a rapid ROI, long-term financial and stability to the client. Our end-to-end solution is technical assistance, rapid installation, long-term support. CMB offers local technical assessment, ensuring each project is tailored and met specific needs to your maximum ROI. With a 250 megawatt inventory, CMB can rapidly produce and install systems, reducing projects timelines and ensuring quick development. CMB SA provides a long-term OM support, ensuring systems perform ability over their life cycle and reducing maintenance concerns. Financial partnership pathways. Flexible finance. CMB collaborates with Chinese Policy Bank, a local leaders, and total offers flexibility financing options, reducing upfront cost and accelerating projects deployment. Partnership operators. CMB balance sheet capabilities enable joint venture and partnerships, providing tailored solution and to meet diverse investment needs. Market fit. Solar potential in South Africa, high solar resources. South Africa boasts some of the most highest solar irradiation levels, making this ideal location for solar systems. So CMB solutions leverage and resource for maximum efficiency. Asset class we powered in industrial parks, logistic hubs, shopping malls, mix and development systems, like especially if you want residence systems, we can CMB can then definitely give you offering energy security and long-term financial ability on those systems. Next step, the value proposition. CMB offers you a future Fortune 500 steps of a strength, 250 megawatt supplies, 6 branches, and provide the 3-year ROI for any partner with CMB and unlock stability development opportunities. Immediate action. CMB is ready to power your sustainable future. But just watch the video after this. I hope it's ready. There we go. Will tell us more about.
CMBM SA is recognized as a leading enterprise in the South African PV product sector. Our company remains committed to delivering efficient, reliable, and with years of industry expertise and cutting-edge technology, we have established ourselves as a trusted partner in South Africa and across the African continent, playing a pivotal role in advancing the local renewable energy transformation and development. CMBM SA is backed by a highly capable management team, a robust network of high-quality product suppliers, and an efficient logistics operations. With modern transportation and warehousing facilities, a dynamic sales team, and a dedicated professional after-sales service team. The team at CMBM SA has firmly established its presence in the Southeast African market, with Johannesburg serving as the strategic hub. We have successfully set up branch warehouses in Cape Town, Durban, PE and Bloemfontein by completing the 1+4 distribution network of overseas warehouses across South Africa. We are committed to the principle of leading technology and quality first, consistently introducing the most advanced PV technology and production processes from China. Our suppliers are supported by professional technical teams focused on delivering optimized design solutions and exceptional after-sales services. This ensures that every project we undertake achieves maximum energy efficiency and long-term stability. In 2023, CMBM SA achieved sales revenue exceeding 2.5 billion RMB, marking a significant milestone in the company's growth. From 2019 to 2023, operating income increased by a remarkable 45-fold, with total profits surged 170-fold, setting a historic record for the company. The development of localized teams has also shown substantial progress. From over 80 employees at the beginning of 2023 to 145. Our market share continues to expand, reaching 20%, solidifying our position as a leading enterprise in the field of distributed PV energy storage and distribution. At the same time, with South Africa as the central hub, we will intensify our efforts to expand into surrounding PV markets, including Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Angola. This will establish a strong development trajectory across the Southeast African region, expanding our portfolio to include integrated industrial and commercial energy storage systems, new energy electric vehicles, electric bicycles, air conditioner products, and refrigerator TV product. Integrity, innovation, and professionalism. A mutually beneficial partnership defines our business philosophy. CMBM SA is committed to collaborating with you to illuminate Africa and shape the brighter future together.
So, thank you for APR to invite us to this, and want to see and speak to us, reach out to us by email, or any of those on our social media, and thank you once again for helping us.
Thank you, Andre.
Okay, after this, maybe could you present Hi Edu? Okay, here is it. Sorry for that. Let me bring this relatively small consulting firm to you. I mean, because, that after these two big business, this is only my consulting company, and it's called Hi Edu. And this time, actually, I'm coming here to just try to make a bridge from China to Africa, because just now, as Lauren mentioned, when we start that business 12 years ago, actually there's a lot of gaps there. Yeah, language gaps and also distance and also some like a culture and the business culture also. So that is, from that time, actually I really want to start something to meet the gap and to think about how to invest from China to Africa. So, and this is me, Sophia. Yeah, without glasses, much more prettier, right? Yeah, my friend said that is not Sophia. Yeah, so after all that, actually I got a PhD in cosmology. It's nothing relevant to today, but after that I found that it's so boring for me. And then I went to MBA study. After MBA, actually I already spent 20 years in Africa. And I think the first 5 years I based in Abuja, in Nigeria. But I travel to Lagos every week. So, 20 years ago, Abuja is very small city, very new. But last week I was in Abuja, I was shocked. It's very developed, very fast. Yeah. And also after that, I've been in South Africa for another 5 years. At that time, these 10 years I spent in media industry. And in the Nigeria, we called Star Times as a competitor for DSTV. And I was the CEO for the Star Times in Nigeria. And in South Africa, I took over from Top TV to Starsight TV, which is a very, long story for the business rescue. And after that, actually, I traveled a lot from East Africa, West Africa, and South Africa. And also, like Lauren mentioned, actually, we did some very good, stories and also business during the past 20 years. We had helped our clients to procure 300 hectares wineland in the Cape Town and just at Durban hillside. And also, recently the owner also want to build some residential place in that wineland. Yeah. And also, we also help them to procure some business office in Lagos and also in Johannesburg, and also some residential place in 15 countries in Africa. And also in other continents, actually, my firm cooperated with a company called Haino. Yes, they cooperate also with some European architectures to have some project in European cities. And recently, we are looking for some opportunities in Africa. Especially, we have some partners in Nigeria, Tanzania, Zanzibar, and also Uganda and South Africa. And because of the, let's talk about something what we can do now and in the future. So because, that is some regulation, difficulties from China to directly invest into Africa real estate market because of the foreign currency control from China government. So every time when my friends ask me, we have some funds, but how we can invest outside China? And also my African friends will ask me, China, you have lots of capitals. Why you didn't invest us directly? But it's very complex if we do the ODI application from China government to directly to invest to real estate market and also stock market foreign in the foreign countries. So we need to find a very smart way, and also we need to build our ecosystem to do the investment to Africa. Yeah. So that is why we want to set up like a ecosystem with all these linked stakeholders in this industry. And also like some developers, as I mentioned, Haino, and also like other green green industry, something like the water purification company. Now the China Water Group, which is one of also listed in Hong Kong listed market, a stock market. So they also want to do something in Africa, to find some project in Africa, and also some other renewable energy company. Yeah, they also have a very big interest in Africa market. And so with all these partners, then we can utilize the China investment to do the, investment into Africa market, especially real estate market. Because the money cannot come out directly, but there's nothing wrong to go with all these partners. Yeah, that is our idea, and that is something innovation for today, right, Lauren? Yeah. Okay, and let me just emphasize that I'm working in Africa for more than 20 years. I know how localization important, very important localization side. And also, like I mentioned, it's very difficult to, the Chinese company have technology, have products, have capital, but also in this real estate market, there's two things we cannot do it very well. One is the localization, like the culture, like lifestyle here. The other one is to make the architecture or design. Actually, we cannot just copy the design from China to Johannesburg or to Cape Town, because the people don't want to live in that small, two-bedroom apartment, very high buildings. Yeah, that is quite different. So we need to find a local partner for the architecture and also designer. And another issue is operating for hospitality place. Because you see, even we help them to purchase a land, like one land, but after 12 years, it's not operating very well because the culture is different. So these two parts, we need to find some local partner. And the second I want to emphasize is the green efforts we need to make into Africa. Because using this kind of, ecosystem, we need to emphasize the sustainability and the resilience in this real estate market. And also, just now, I forgot to mention the company called The Insider. They are a very famous ESG company in China. And with all this, we can make the evaluation of a real estate market even higher, 10% higher than the normal. So that is, we need to emphasize the green initiatives. And also, we need to find a very good strategic partner and to how to make a channel for the capital to flow from China to Africa. Oh, that is all for me. Thank you very much. And in case if you don't have my WhatsApp, that is my WhatsApp. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia. Thank you. So I have to just say that Dr. Sophia Zhang really undersells herself, okay, because she has a very special skill that all of us are after, and that is her ability to understand how to bring money from China into projects into Africa. She's been doing that for many years, and she really understands the funding and financing for various projects. Victor, who has become a master in residential construction in South Africa, I'd like to just discuss a few things, and it's not a closed discussion. If anyone would like to ask any questions and join in or anything specific, please do. Victor, maybe you can just tell us, I think, about some of the maybe potential or new opportunities that you're working on, and possibly also some of the partnerships, because I think that's what's really important is I do not have a single Chinese company that has come to South Africa and not partnered with local companies in some way. Every single Chinese company will partner, and I'm sure Victor will tell you, what type of partnerships and what type of jobs you've created with your company and your developments.
Okay, so actually, when I entered this company 20 years ago, I think it's my mentor. She was mentioning to me that I'm entering the best industry in this world, and I didn't believe that. But then now I'm sure that I, to my own experience, I really do feel property is the best industry in this world. My personal opinion. The reason being that is I also feel like Glencore has a mission, because when you put something on the ground, it's really you need to consider a lot of things before you do that. Number one is that, like you mentioned, that we need to make sure that whatever we are putting on the ground, it's actually helping this, no matter helping this area or helping the earth to be vibrant, to grow. Our company based in Midrand, when we were entering South African market, we chose Midrand as our basement. We have been there for now our 24 years there. Our first project was in Midrand was in 2002 or 2003. And then that time, this area is just a very small I'll say a small area, small town. There's only one shopping center there. And around there, it's all like empty lands and grasses around. So when we started there, we see the potential, and we trying to bring the vibrance and the new energy to that area. And I think after 20 years, until now, Midrand has become one of the fastest growing suburb in Johannesburg. And because lots of people, now they choose to move to Midrand, they choose to stay there, and they also choose to even upgrade and bring their family and friends to that area. And I feel like Galencia has contributed part of that for the area growth. And then also for past 20 years, we built quite a lot of, long-term relationships, no matter for the building materials, for the contractors we're using. They all has become one of our, the long-term relationship to create job opportunities, to also just increase the capitals growing, especially in Midrand area, I'll say like that. And then one last thing that I think that important is right now what I see is that more and more Chinese companies, especially for building, for materials, they are entering South Africa. We used to work together with the local companies, but they also outsource the materials from China and import from there. But right now, I see that more and more Chinese companies, they are coming to this market. They not just import things or labors or materials from China. They also actually based in South Africa. They're trying to use their skills and technology to change made in China now to made in South Africa. Well, no matter, I think recently we just finished the contract with cement company, and then we were using also the steel company. He used to actually supply the steels to one of the biggest South African local steel company as a supplier. But now we are dealing business straight with that company now. So that's something that I see the changes, especially for recent 2 years. More and more Chinese companies, they come in here, they basing in South Africa, and they are seeing those opportunities, and they are growing and rooting here. Yeah.
Thank you. So I think that's important, is that the Chinese companies are not just supplying, and we see that every day. At HLB, we have a team that are continually registering new companies, and it's great that the Chinese companies have got a presence here and are employing locals and actually creating a really good environment. Without giving away any trade secrets, can I ask you where your next developments, are you going to stay in Midrand, or do you believe that there's opportunity in other areas in the country?
Yes, of course. Actually, Midrand is just where we start, and we're going to definitely continue. But then we're also thinking for extensions such as Pretoria and Cape Town. Actually, our next project that we are pushing is one of the biggest projects from Galencia in Cape Town. We have acquired 77 hectares land in Cape Town, close to Stellenbosch, which is in Kuils River, next to Seven Wine Estate. And we're trying to bring the idea and the concept from our Chinese development building there. We want to put some like high-density residence apartments, but also with low-density luxury houses, together with Food City, I think. This is something that we are doing in China. We're trying to build like a food culture. We invited a lot of world-famous Michelin restaurants to open in our Chinese properties there. And this is some type of idea and concept we want to also use in Cape Town. While we have very beautiful scene, we can also visit lots of beautiful wine estates and tasting the world top wines in Cape Town. then how about some also world-famous Michelin restaurants that can be around in our new development in Cape Town? And actually, that project has also attracted the 4 major banks' attentions. 2 of them, they send their senior management back to China and visit our headquarters to see what we are doing there, because they have a very great interest to working together with Galencia, no matter as a joint venture or like some sort of financial plans together to develop this new development together. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. So I thought we had too much time, but the time is actually running quite quickly. So my next question is to Andre. And although Andre looks like a local, and he looks very Western, you'll be surprised, but he's actually half Chinese, and purely because of the amount of time he has spent in China. So he's got a lot of experience with various projects and worked with many Chinese companies for many years. His son lives in China in a province called Chongqing, which is the fastest growing city in China. It's almost frightening how fast that city has grown. But now Andre's back in South Africa and working for CNBM. And maybe you can tell us about some of the projects that you're looking at, and also some maybe like the future you see with energy projects and that sort of thing.
Yes, coming back from China, came back to South Africa, and I see Africa as such. I've done a lot of work in South Africa, in Africa as such. Cities like Zambia, Gabon, all those big countries, Kenya. So yeah, well, CNB is moving forward, taking the energy we have here and all the products we have, especially on the green side, take it to Africa and give it to them, coming to estates building, help them not just put up the beautiful places, make it green, where we can supply them with sufficient energy. Instead of having power lines and stuff, we build small megawatts plants. Like in Zambia now, we're doing a 50 megawatt plant for Zambia. And it's going to help them a lot. A grid tie system, though, but it will help them so much that there will be energy for people to study at night, have lights, because that's a big factor in Africa. There's not always power. We are blessed in Africa, South Africa itself. There's always energy, although we have load shedding. But believe me, you go to Malawi, they run generators in the morning. If you don't have a generator, you don't have power. You start at 4 to 5 to 6 in the morning. The rest of the day, there's no power. Lunchtime, they go start a generator again to work. So yeah, we bless people coming to South Africa. My partners here in China, we know about energy. If you're going to go to Chongqing, there's power day and night, and everything works. So yes, Africa needs energy, and that's where CNB comes in, not just with our building material, but our renewable energy to help them with Doctor next to me, the water purification. Where they purify the water, we want to put in water turbines again to give them power and energy. And that's our dream at CNBM.
Thank you, thank you. So just lastly, Dr. Zhang, maybe you can just tell us also a little bit about some of the projects that you're working on. But I think also financing and funding is always what's key with all the companies, with all the projects. And there again, I'll repeat that Sophia has incredible experience in funding and financing various types of projects. So maybe just a quick overview on that side.
Thank you, Lauren. Actually, like just now we mentioned about some green, industry or green products. Like also we work with the China Water Group, and to do some like water purifying from the small community to like city size, this kind of scale. Yeah, and in terms of the investment, actually because of the past 15 years in China, I think everyone knows the real estate market is growing very fast. But after the COVID, it's decreasing in most of the city in China. And also the real estate market is very controlled in China now. So there's no opportunity to find some chance to get this market back to that grow very fast. But there is lots of capital there, as I mentioned, especially the private sector. Yeah, but the private sector, when they want to go out of China, we need to find a channel, as I mentioned just now. So what is our idea as our partners is we will cooperate with like a material supplier, like the solar panel company and also the energy storage company, all this, and also with ESG, then we can make this project as a package. Yeah, not just a direct investment from, and also there are some channels from Hong Kong or Dubai. And then we will start this kind of, small group. Then we can find some opportunities. And now actually I'm talking with some partners in Nigeria, in Abuja, and for some data center. Yeah, and also in Zambia, there is a mining microgrid system, and also some factories, and in the industrial aspect, actually is the very quick, the period, the circle should be shorter than the residence. So some of the investors, they are really focusing on the industrial one, like the factory, like just now we mentioned the Hisense. Yeah, we can get the life cycle to be shorter. Yeah, so that is what they rarely consider about. They consider about three things. The first thing, how long they get the investment back. And the second thing is how the investment back. The third thing is the exchange rate and how they can exit this market from the second-hand, market. Yeah, that is all. So if anyone have any interest, we can talk later. Yeah, thank you.
So, before we close off, let me just ask if there are any questions that anybody has for the panel. Please, do you want to introduce your company and just...
My name is Christopher Janot. I'm American, but I've been in Africa for 15 years. We're developers. Oh, sure. Hi. Christopher Janot. I'm from New York, but I've been in Africa for 15 years. We do commercial real estate, mostly in Zambia, Zimbabwe, and South Africa, mainly Cape Town. We really believe in the Western Cape, but we have quite a big platform in Southern Africa. We started doing hotels. In Africa, they don't see a hotelier, they see an investor. So we started doing shopping malls, and then we started doing industrial. And we've worked with actually quite a lot of Chinese companies, Chinese contractors, because they're robust in some of these areas, as you might imagine. One of the big friction points is always the capital markets, right? So we came in as developers, now we consider ourselves private equity guys, because we're always looking for money for projects, and there are lots and lots of projects. I enjoyed hearing Galencia, what a magnificent company. It sounds like you guys are very busy. And I was intrigued about the Zambia solar energy projects as well. What we found is, because we work with a lot of pension funds, the ministries, and we get very involved in whatever the sort of the national priorities are. We don't fuss about with things that people don't want to get behind. Right now we're doing a lot of industrial in terms of like strategic food storage, data centers. We're still doing hotels. I've got 2 projects in one in Harare and one in Big Falls. And another area 2 other areas that we've had a lot of traction is healthcare infrastructure, which for us is just operational real estate. We'll build a white box, we'll get Netcare, some operator come and run an oncology center. Bob's your uncle, we're done, right? Same with universities. A lot of American and Chinese universities see the trajectory of the youth bulge in Africa, and education is a huge, huge business. So we're doing Cavendish University up in Lusaka. And here in Weinberg, we've got a project with about 450 units of student housing. I've got 3 projects in particular that are go, go, go. A couple of hotels in Zimbabwe, strategic food storage, and student housing. There's just like, the runway is long, and I'd love to to learn from you guys, chat more about some of these projects. And it's nice to see the, you know, it's funny, when I got to Africa, every Chinese contractor had a Chinese name, and the guys' names were very unfamiliar to like somebody from New York. 5 years later, it was Bob, Bruce, Jeff, David, you know, and now they're all just part of the community, and we all, you know, and they've been great partners. So it's neat to hear it from your perspective, and tip of the hat to what you guys have done. I look forward to meeting with you all.
Thank you, thank you. Is there any other questions? So, yeah, just to end off, firstly, thank you so much to my panelists. Thank you for being here and sharing your fantastic companies. If you'd like to chat with anybody, please, you're welcome. HLB has a very strong China desk. We have a number of Chinese clients that are always looking for partners. If you'd like to, you know, be part of our mailing list, you're welcome to give us your cards, and we will keep in touch with you, and you're welcome to visit any of our offices. We've just recently opened new offices here at the waterfront. Very exciting. I think that kind of brings us to the end. There is also, I must introduce Lee Win, who is sitting here, and Lee Win is based in Cape Town and part of CNBM. And Sophia, who travels the world, is continually across Africa and in China. Please reach out to her if you have projects and there's something that you'd like to chat to her about. She's absolutely amazing, and I'm saying that firsthand. And Victor and Cherry, also from Galencia, thank you so much to both of you, and really congratulations. Your company has just grown and is absolutely amazing. So to APR, thank you very much. And for all of you that stayed at this really late hour to listen to us, thank you.
On the 16th Annual African Property Investment Summit. Over the past 2 days, we've unpacked insights, shared strategies, debated challenges, and celebrated opportunities shaping the future of property across our continent. None of this would have been possible without the commitment of our sponsors, the expertise of our speakers and panelists, and of course, the energy and engagement from each and every one of you throughout this conference. Please join me in thanking our API Summit organizers, our lead sponsor, Standard Bank, and everyone else that made this possible. But the conversation doesn't need to end here. The real impact begins as you leave the summit and take what you've learned back into your businesses, your projects, and your own cities. That's where the real change is going to happen. For now, we will see you from 6 p.m. at Africa Works in Touchstone House in Bree Street. That's just up the road. Delegates, speakers, and attendees are all warmly invited to come and join us for a closing off cocktail function. Take some time to freshen up, and we should see you there soon. As you continue your journey in Africa, may the connections you've built here spark collaborations, and may the ideas shared turn into action. From all of us at the API Summit, thank you very much.